Hello, everyone, and welcome to IoT Marketing Live. I'm Tiffany Nielsen, and with me is my incredible co-host and the CEO and founder of IoT Marketing, Johannes Beekman. How are you today, Johannes?
I'm doing great, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm amazing. And as many of you know, we are gearing up for the Green Things Summit taking place on April 24th. And we have an incredible lineup of speakers. And you will not want to miss this opportunity to hear about topics such as AI and the future of data centers, AI and the rising energy market. We have sustainable, hang on, let me read. I'll just read what I have here. I was going to try to do it from memory. Well, one more time from the top. Sorry, Johannes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to IoT Marketing Live. I'm Tiffany Nielsen, and joining me is my incredible co-host and the CEO and founder of IoT Marketing, Johannes Beekman. How are you today, Johannes?
I'm doing great, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm amazing. And as many of you know, we are gearing up for the Green Things Summit coming up on April 24th. And the event will feature an incredible lineup of speakers sharing many aspects of green technology and sustainability. Be sure to tune in to hear about topics such as AI and the future of data centers, Gen AI for more sustainable consumer goods, sustainable tech, the value of biodiversity, animal AI and the rising energy market, and so much more. You can get your free early bird pass now at iotmktg.com. Johannes, anything to add about our upcoming event?
Well, first of all, we truly have a fantastic lineup of speakers, Tiffany. Kudos to the team. And second, I would also like to mention that for the upcoming summit after the Green Things, which is our Intelligent Thinking AI Summit, we have a very strong lineup already. So people are really flocking to our events. Second, as I mentioned before, 2025 started with a bang, Tiffany, and that momentum hasn't slowed. There's so much news to report, and there's also so much development happening across all industries. It's hard to stay up to date and even harder to be heard above the noise. The Green Things Summit is one event that you don't want to miss too if you're looking to stay informed. And to give you one example, understand, as Tiffany mentioned, the impact AI is having on the sustainability industry.
Thank you, Johannes. And let's jump into the news. To start off, SoftBank Group Corp plans to create industrial parks for artificial intelligence across the U.S. and is considering an investment of more than $1 trillion. Founder and Chief Executive Officer Masayoshi Son is expected to visit the U.S. to discuss his ideas for such industrial parks. Reports say the factories would likely use AI-equipped robots that would operate autonomously because of labor shortages in the country. Sun teamed up with OpenAI and Oracle Corp in January to unveil a $100 billion joint venture to fund AI infrastructure in the U.S. They said at the time that they would deploy $100 billion immediately with the goal of increasing that to at least $500 billion for data centers and physical campuses. Johannes, we've shared news of hefty investments in the past, but $1 trillion? Wow. What are your thoughts on SoftBank's proposed investment?
Wow, indeed, Tiffany. But let me unpack this because there's a lot going on. So we've mentioned in several newscasts that we are witnessing the dawn of the AI era, and we've been reporting on the AI industry as the new booming industry. What we haven't discussed and what we're seeing everywhere is a persistent shortage in AI infrastructure. So SoftBank's vision is to build a network of artificial intelligence industrial parks across the United States. These parks would host AI-equipped factories operated by autonomous robots, a strategy designed to address labor shortages in U.S. manufacturing. And we've been talking about labor shortage for the past 5 years already. So the first of these parks, which is already on the way in Abilene, Texas, is designed to provide the massive computing power required for advanced AI and has been described as critical to achieving breakthroughs like artificial general intelligence. The additional parks SoftBank envisioned would house not only data centers, but also R&D labs and specialized manufacturing facilities for AI hardware and robotics, dramatically expanding the United States' capacity for AI development. We can therefore expect these parks to feature state-of-the-art servers, AI chips, and possibly edge computing setups to handle real-time AI tasks. Such enhancement to the digital infrastructure directly supports AI innovation. Engineers will have more resources to experiment with new algorithms, and firms will be able to deploy AI solutions from computer vision to language models with lower latency and higher efficiency. Beyond computing power, the United States research and innovation capacity would also receive a major boost. Large industrial parks often attract, and we've seen it across the world, a cluster of related activities. Think of them as the next generation AI hubs. Universities and corporate AI centers would co-locate or partner with facilities in the parks, fostering a fertile environment for collaboration between academia and industry. For example, an AI park might include a research institute focused on robotics or an incubator for AI startups operating alongside the SoftBank-funded factories. Over time, this ecosystem can spur knowledge sharing and a chain reaction of innovation. The very presence of cutting-edge AI factories and data centers on US soil signals that world-class AI infrastructure is accessible domestically, reducing the need for talent to go abroad in search of opportunity. All told, SoftBank's investment will significantly upgrade the backbone of America's AI ecosystem, the servers, centers, spaces where AI is built and deployed, positioning the US to lead the next wave of AI development. So yes, SoftBank is planning to invest $1 trillion US in data centers, AI infrastructure, and a nationwide network of industrial parks, facilities poised to become the innovation engine driving the AI industrial revolution.
Thanks, Johannes. And next, the world's first biological computer that fuses human brain cells with silicon hardware to form fluid neural networks has been commercially launched. The CL1 from Australian company Cortical Labs offers a new kind of computing intelligence known as synthetic biological intelligence. Yeah. Cortical's CL1 system was officially launched in Barcelona on March 2nd, 2025, and is expected to be a game changer for science and medical research. The human cell neural networks that form on the silicon chip are essentially an ever-evolving organic computer. And the engineers behind it say it learns so quickly and flexibly that it completely outpaces the silicon-based AI chips used to train existing large language models such as ChatGPT. Cortical Labs CEO shared that they are offering wetware as a service, where customers will be able to buy the CL1 biocomputer outright or simply buy the time on the chips, assessing them remotely to work with the cultured cell technology via the cloud. Johannes, given your semiconductor background, what do you feel this innovation will enable?
Well, Tiffany, what we're looking at here is literally a biological computer, something fundamentally different from traditional AI systems. Instead of programming a neural network on a GPU, we're growing a living neural network directly on a chip. The key advantage, real-time learning. This system doesn't rely on pre-written code or static data sets. It learns by interacting with its environment, adjusting its own connections, effectively programming itself on the fly. In trials, it was able to learn tasks like playing Pong in just minutes, based purely on live feedback. Another major benefit is energy efficiency. Biological neurons perform complex computations using far less power. The human brain, for example, runs on about 20 watts. Compare that to today's massive AI data centers, which consume megawatts. The CL1 system uses only somewhere between 30 and 33 watts, making it a powerful alternative for energy-conscious applications. So what we're seeing is the emergence of a new computing paradigm, one that's adaptive, efficient, and potentially transformative across robotics, AI, and sustainable tech.
Thanks, Johannes. And Meta AI has developed a revolutionary technology capable of converting thoughts into text without the need for brain implants or invasive procedures. Collaborating with the Basque Center for Cognition, brain and language researchers managed to get an artificial intelligence to interpret neural signals into written words with 80% accuracy. This advance in the brain-computer interaction has potential applications and assistance for people with speech disabilities, mind control interfaces, and the development for more intuitive AI. But Johannes, do you feel this raises privacy concerns?
Well, absolutely, Tiffany. This raises serious concerns. The idea of tech companies collecting brain data brings up urgent questions about privacy and consent. Neural data is deeply personal. It can reveal not just what we say, but what we think, feel, or intend. If that kind of data is stored or shared without consent, this is a major violation of mental privacy. With systems like Meta brain-to-text interface, users need to know exactly what's being recorded, how it's used, and who can access it. But here's the issue. Current privacy laws haven't caught up. Consumer neurotech devices like EEG headbands often fall outside of medical privacy protections. That means companies can collect and even sell brain data just like any other user data. According to the Neural Rights Foundation, most of these companies reserve the right to share that data with third parties. And as their general counsel, Jared Genser, put it, if you're worried about your neural data, you need to be worried right now.
Thanks, Johannes. And I'm so glad that you brought up the consent aspect of this, because how often do we download an app and it says, review the terms and conditions, and we simply sign agree. And most of the time, don't even read it. So I guess we need to pay more attention in the coming days, years, and the future. And Elon Musk recently announced that he sold his social media company X to xAI, his artificial intelligence company. xAI will pay $45 billion for X, slightly more than Musk paid for it in 2022, but the new deal includes $12 billion worth of debt. Musk wrote on his X account that the deal gives X a valuation of $33 billion. Musk said in a post on X that xAI and X's futures are intertwined, adding this will be an official step to combine the data, models, compute, distribution, and talent. This combination will unlock immense potential by blending xAI's advanced AI capability and expertise with X's massive reach. Well, Johannes, this sounds great for Elon Musk, but what negative impact could this merger have?
Well, Musk's decision to merge X with his AI startup xAI is drawing serious attention from regulators and privacy advocates in the US and abroad. In the US, experts are raising antitrust concerns, warning that combining a major social platform with an advanced AI lab could give xAI an unfair edge, especially with access to X's massive stream of real-time user data. Privacy is not a flashpoint. Groups like the Electronic Frontier Foundation argue that there is not enough transparency about how personal posts and data are being used to train AI models. In Europe, the backlash has been even stronger. The Austrian group NOYB, led by the privacy activist Max Schrems, filed 9 legal complaints claiming X unlawfully changed its policies to feed user data into xAI. For X's 600 million users, the question is simple. What happens to your data now? With xAI plugged into everything from posts to private messages, the merger raises fresh concerns about surveillance, consent, and the future of digital privacy.
It's about to get very interesting. Thanks, Johannes. A Chinese startup called Monica.im recently revealed Manus, a service it bills as a general agent that might improve on tools offered by Western companies. Manus is being compared to OpenAI's deep research, which scours online services to source info that is compiled into documents that OpenAI claims create a comprehensive report at the level of a research analyst within a half an hour. Johannes, what types of commentary are you seeing about this announcement, and what are your thoughts?
Well, Tiffany, this article is a great example of how fast the AI world is moving. Just a few weeks ago, this was big news, and in China, there was definitely a Manus mania. So Manus is an agentic AI platform built as a multi-agent system composed of several distinct AI models working in concert. It currently leverages models like Anthropic's Claude 3.5 and Alibaba's Qwen. Early performance tests showed that Manus has tremendous potential, but also clear early-stage pitfalls. And this is where the rubber meets the road. It can produce highly sophisticated outputs like detailed reports and writing code, and handle complex requests that few AI systems can manage end-to-end, but it still lacks the robustness and consistency of a mature product. Manus is, without question, still a beta product. Then came March 25th, 2025, when OpenAI released the GPT-4o image generator, the same one they demoed in May 2024, and that release went viral. So viral, in fact, that Sam Altman posted on X, of all places, our GPUs are melting, and chill guys, the team needs some rest. And we've signed up 100 million new users in 1 hour. And even if anyone has GPU capacity in 100K chunks that we can get ASAP, please call. And just so you know, Tiffany, it's not just the Studio Ghibli style images, although they are very addictive. The photorealistic images are phenomenal too. It's really a fantastic product. So yes, another LLM, another AI model, another agent grade, but we already have plenty of powerful AI tools. What made OpenAI's release a game changer was that it delivered the killer app everyone was waiting for. So now the question is, what's the next killer application?
Thanks, Johannes. And Google DeepMind has integrated its multimodal language model Gemini 2.0 into robots, giving them an advanced AI brain that can understand and interact with the physical world. This will enable robots to perform tasks they were never trained for by understanding everyday instructions in natural language. Gemini 2.0 is a powerful generative AI model that can understand and work with text, images, audio, and video. Previously, this type of AI was primarily used in the digital world, but now Google has expanded the model to also control physical robots. Johannes, how is Gen AI enhancing what robots are capable of?
Well, generative AI is really pushing robotics to the next level, Tiffany. It's helping machines understand and interact with the physical world in smarter, more flexible ways. Instead of needing exact programming for every task, these robots can now follow natural language instructions and adjust on the fly. One of the coolest examples is from Google DeepMind. They've added their multimodal language model, Gemini 2.0, to robotic systems, basically giving the robot a kind of intelligent brain. With this, the robots can do things like pack snacks, adjust the grip if something slips, or even fold origami by following detailed instructions. And the amazing part, they're doing that without being specifically trained for those tasks. It has more than doubled their ability to generalize and adapt compared to earlier versions.
Thanks, Johannes. And for more than 2 decades, leading global automakers, mobility innovators, suppliers, and software providers have harnessed NVIDIA's accelerated computing to deliver AI from cloud to car. At NVIDIA GTC, a global AI conference taking place in San Jose, California, dozens of transportation leaders are showcasing their latest advancements with NVIDIA technologies that span passenger cars, trucks, commercial vehicles, and more, as NVIDIA is poised at the forefront of the autonomous vehicle revolution. Now, the US's largest automaker, General Motors, is collaborating with NVIDIA to develop and build its next generation vehicles, factories, and robots using NVIDIA's accelerated compute platforms. Johannes, can you tell us a bit more about the collaboration between NVIDIA and GM?
Well, General Motors and NVIDIA have expanded their collaboration to integrate advanced artificial intelligence technologies into vehicle manufacturing and development. So GM is using NVIDIA's Omniverse platform, enhanced with Cosmos, to create digital twins of its assembly lines. This approach allows for virtual testing and production simulations, optimizing factory planning and robotics, thereby reducing downtime and increasing efficiency. Additionally, GM plans to equip its next-generation vehicles with NVIDIA's Drive AGX platform, providing the computational power necessary for advanced driver assistance systems and enhanced in-cabin safety features. This strategic alliance aims to produce smarter, safer, and more accessible vehicles aligning with GM's vision of future mobility.
Thanks, Johannes. And another major announcement from the NVIDIA GTC event was a series of partnerships with industry leaders, including T-Mobile, MITRE, Cisco, ODC, and Booz Allen Hamilton, to advance the development of AI-native wireless networks and 6G technology. These collaborations aim to integrate artificial intelligence into next-generation network hardware, software, and architecture, setting new benchmarks in spectral efficiency, network performance, and telco innovation. Johannes, what will these AI-native wireless networks be capable of, and what does this mean for the AI RAN ecosystem?
Well, AI-native wireless networks are about to reshape the future of connectivity by embedding artificial intelligence directly into the network itself. What does it mean? Billions of devices, phones, sensors, cameras, robots, and even autonomous vehicles will be able to connect more seamlessly than ever before. One major breakthrough is in something called spectral efficiency. That's the ability to push more data through the same amount of bandwidth, making the network more efficient. And it doesn't stop there. AI-powered networks also offer smarter resource use and better overall performance, creating brand new revenue opportunities for telecom providers. Now, zooming in on the AI RAN ecosystem, short for Artificial Intelligence Radio Access Network, this is where AI meets real-time network control. By blending AI and RAN functions on one platform, operators can adjust resources on the fly, improving performance and cutting costs. In the big picture, this is a stepping stone to 6G. AI RAN offers a flexible, software upgradable path that would redefine how we connect, making networks faster, smarter, and more adaptable than ever before.
Thanks, Johannes. And Quantum Internet Alliance researchers recently announced the creation of the first operating system designed for quantum networks. QNode OS. The research published in Nature marks a major step forward in transforming quantum networking from a theoretical concept to practical technology that could revolutionize the future of the internet. Johannes, can you tell us more about this quantum breakthrough?
A quantum network operating system, Tiffany, like QNode OS, is basically the software that makes it possible for quantum devices to talk to each other and run complex tasks. Think of it as the middle layer between the hardware and the apps, translating what developers want to do into something the quantum machines can actually execute. What's exciting is that QNode OS, developed by researchers from places like the TU Delft and QTech, lets developers build quantum network applications without needing to be expert in the underlying hardware. What really makes this a breakthrough is that it works across different types of quantum processors. That kind of flexibility means we're one step closer to a functioning quantum internet. With this system, secure communication and distributed quantum computing could become much more practical and scalable. It's a big leap toward making quantum networking more accessible and useful in real-world settings.
Thanks, Johannes. And for the first time, American scientists from Northwestern University have managed to transfer the quantum state of a photon via fiber optic cable over a distance of more than 30 kilometers. According to the researchers, this transfer retains the quantum properties of a particle in one place and, carefully destroying it, transfers the preserved properties into a smaller particle in another place. And although this process occurs almost instantaneously, quantum entanglement still requires sending a wave of information between points in space. And to protect the photon's quantum state in the midst of 400 gigabits per second internet traffic, the researchers used a number of methods to limit the channel of this light particle and reduce the likelihood of its scattering and mixing with the other waves. Johannes, even Einstein shared the concept of quantum entanglement, calling it spooky action at a distance. But why is it only now that quantum teleportation has been achieved?
Quantum teleportation is, as you mentioned, transfer information between two particles, no matter how far apart they are, using a weird but very powerful concept called entanglement. So when particles are entangled, changing the state of one instantly affects the other. But just to be clear, nothing physical is actually teleported. It's the quantum information that moves. This is And this has been incredibly hard to pull off because quantum states are extremely fragile. They can fall apart instantly due to things like heat, light, or even tiny vibrations. So sending them through fiber optic cables, especially ones already packed with regular internet traffic, just adds to the problem. But researchers at Northwestern University have now managed to pull it off. They teleported quantum information over 30 kilometers using regular internet cables. How? They found the right wavelength and used special filters to reduce interference. That means quantum and regular internet traffic can now share the same pipes. And this breakthrough brings us a big step closer to building a real quantum internet, something that could completely change how we handle secure communication and data processing.
Thanks, Johannes. You did a great job of breaking that down for us. And China is undergoing the rise of dark factories, highly automated production facilities that operate with minimal or no human labor. These factories, driven by artificial intelligence, robotics, and the Internet of Things, are designed to maximize efficiency, reduce costs, and enhance production speed. Unlike traditional factories, dark factories do not require lighting or climate control for human workers, as machines and AI systems handle all the manufacturing processes. Johannes, what is fueling the transition to dark factories?
Well, the transition to dark factories, specifically in China, is driven by several key factors. One is the rising labor cost. As China's standard of living has improved, wages have increased, making traditional labor-intensive manufacturing less cost-effective. Automation obviously offers a solution by reducing reliance on human labor. Second, what China is facing is a shrinking workforce. Since 2015, China's working age population has been declining, leading to labor shortages in the manufacturing sector. Automated production processes help mitigate the impact of this demographic shift. Then next are the national strategic initiatives. Under the Made in China 2025 plan and Industry 4.0, China aims to become a leader in high-tech manufacturing. This strategy emphasizes the adoption of advanced technologies like AI and robotics to enhance industrial capabilities. Next, we have the technological advancements. Rapid progress in AI, robotics, the Internet of Things, and 5G technology has made fully automated factories more feasible and efficient. These technologies enable continuous 24/7 production with minimal downtime. And then, of course, we have the global competitive pressure. To maintain its position as a global manufacturing powerhouse amid increasing international competition, China is investing in automation to boost productivity and reduce production cost. And then, of course, we have the supply chain resilience. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed vulnerabilities, many vulnerabilities, I would like to say, in the global supply chains. By automating factories, companies aim to create more self-sufficient and resilient production systems that are less susceptible to such disruptions. So companies like Foxconn, Huawei, and Xiaomi are at the forefront of this transformation, investing heavily in AI-driven automation to improve productivity and reduce reliance on manual labor.
Thanks, Johannes. But isn't this technology supposed to create new jobs? Dark factories don't have any jobs. Oh, well, that's all we have time for today. But again, we want to tell you to be sure to register for the upcoming Green Things Summit. You do not want to miss this opportunity to hear from speakers from around the globe on the most exciting topics for sustainability and green tech, as well as network with like-minded individuals. And as always, we provide a high-level overview. There's something in our events for everyone, so be sure to attend. And we also have the Intelligent Thinking AI Summit coming up in July, our Summit of Things event coming up in October, and of course, our annual award show coming up in December. So if you would like to be a part of our upcoming events, please reach out to us and be sure to attend. There's nowhere else where you can get such a high-level overview and perspectives on so many advancements happening across AI, robotics, IoT, and so much more. So get your free early bird passes now at iotmktg.com And as a reminder, our team at IoT Marketing offers a variety of marketing services, from content creation to design services to production services to consulting. So if you're in need of fractional marketing or the convenience of working with an experienced team, please reach out to us. And the place to go for all of this is iotmktg.com. Any final thoughts, Johannes?
Well, I would like to say that there is going to be a lot of noise this year. Fast and Furious, Tiffany, doesn't even begin to describe the new cycle we're in. And that's why we're inviting industry experts and thought leaders who want to stand out in 2025. If you're ready to be seen, heard, and recognized, now is the time. Reach out and let's find the right platform to elevate your voice.
Thanks, Johannes. Have a great day, everyone. And we will see you all at the Green Things Summit on April 24th. Thanks, Johannes. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tiffany. Bye-bye.